AT&T is asking a state agency to force a small, privately owned Middle Georgia telephone company to raise its rates.
41 NBC's Amanda Castro spoke to the company and its customers who say if that happens, they won't be able to afford telephone service. It's a story you'll only see on 41.
Public Service Telephone Company is a family-owned phone provider that serves residents and businesses from the Columbus city limits to the Macon city limits. AT&T is asking the Georgia Public Service Commission to force the private company to raise its rates because AT&T says it's getting too much funding from the state. But some customers I spoke with say that price hike could force them to give up their landlines.
You get that information filled out.
Charlie Westbury is the president of Southside Communications in Roberta. He has 2 landlines at his business and says he likes the service he gets from the Public Service Telephone Company.
There's nothing like hometown service. You've got to have it. We live in small town America.
But he's concerned about his rates if AT&T gets its way. The phone company wants the Georgia Public Service Commission, which regulates the rural telephone provider, to raise business and feature rates.
The number of subscribers that we serve per square mile is low, and that means that it's high cost for us to provide service to those areas.
To help make up those costs, the Public Service Telephone Company receives money from the state's Universal Access Fund, which every telephone user pays into through a built-in fee in the telephone rates.
The fund is there to maintain reasonable rates in rural Georgia, and it is there to make up for lost revenues for different things that have happened legislatively over the years.
The private telephone company says raising rates would mean not getting as much state funding, and in turn it says AT&T won't have to pay as much into the Universal Access Fund. If this happens, Westbury says he's worried about his business and his bottom line.
This is probably going to raise my phone bill $125 a month.
What does that mean to you?
Net profit. She won't get a raise next year.
Both AT&T and the Public Service Telephone Company presented its case to the Georgia Public Service Commission earlier this week. Now the companies are waiting for a decision, which may not come until October. AT&T released a statement saying, quote, "It's unfair for our customers and the customers of other companies who pay into the Universal Access Fund to subsidize another company's customers, specifically so that company can continue charging rates that are well below the statewide average." Visit 41NBC.com to read the full statement.